Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfas.
Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast. This is Keith Kalfas. I have a special broadcast announcement for you. In all seriousness, I've been thinking about this one thing for about a solid year now. It's occurred to me, over a decade, 5 years, but really has, started really making a lot of sense to me. And this is what it is. I really want you to consider what I'm about to tell you. And you have to keep an open mind as I'm talking through it. And part of me doesn't even know if I'm going to release this as a podcast. So if you're listening to this, it means I decided to release it, obviously. Because to really get a grip on what I'm going to say, it's like a prism. When you look at it from different angles, you see it differently. And as time goes on, you can see the same piece of information differently. And so what I'm about to say is I'm going to tell you that people don't care. But the way that I'm going to say it, I want you to look at it so matter of fact and so literal that there isn't even any emotional residue attached to it. Like, the ability to hear no and speak no with no residue. Like if somebody asks you a question and you say no. If they ask you for a favor, no. There's no residue. It's just a no. They can get all upset. Oh my God, I can't believe you just said no. Okay, well, you said no. Or you can hear the word no from somebody else. No. It's just what it is. There's no residue. So don't have any residue with what I'm going to say. Here goes. Nobody cares. If you become a multimillionaire running a business that you absolutely love, and you love it, and you're so passionate about the business, and you're just living your dream, and you wake up so excited that every cell in your body is vibrating and matched with your heart and your brain are in perfect coherence to your spirit, and you're just living the dream. Nobody cares. Now, they might work for you, or they might be around you, or be your friend or a family member, and they get some residual effect that maybe because they are close to you or close proximity, the power of proximity, they might feel lifted in spirits when they're around you or when they think about you. And they care about themselves of the way that they feel about it. But do they really, maybe a couple close people in your life actually give a hoot about you and how you're feeling when you're not around them? Are they really genuinely caring about your well-being? They're not even thinking about you. There's a saying, you wouldn't care about how much other people thought of you if you knew how much they did, which means they don't. So, if you built a multi-million-dollar business doing a business you hate, and you hate it so much you can't even get out of bed in the morning, there might be people like, yeah, but you're making all this money, you should be happy. But they don't even care. They don't care that you're miserable. Their spirits might be lowered around you because of your negative attitude if you're miserable and in hell, depending on why you did it. But the truth is they don't care. Now, for a moment, I want you to think of somebody that you know, and I'm just using money it's not even that, it's one of the many different forms of things that I could point to. Money is just the easiest thing to point to because it's something that us monkey humans are conditioned to look at as something of significance. Because when you die and your spirit goes on, how much money you made, it doesn't really even matter. That's a different conversation. But think of somebody you know who's a multi-cajillionaire. And every time you see them on social media, they're buying a new Corvette, they're investing in some big thing, they're just, everything they touch turns to gold. You might be inspired by them. You might be like, wow, how does that person believe in themselves so much? How do they have so much confidence? Where did that come from? It's like they're not even afraid to just take those risks. What's going on in that person's mind? In any of that, did I actually say, wow, I'm genuinely, wholeheartedly concerned about what's going on inside of that person's moment by moment state of actual conscious present sentient beingness of how are they feeling? Are they doing okay? Are they genuinely happy? It's like, and no, I don't even really think of that. I mean, I hope they're happy, but really some selfish part of you, and it's not even selfish, it's just human nature. It's just like, wow, I want to be successful like that. Like if you had a $600,000 drop top latest model Lamborghini or Ferrari, and you pull up at a red light and you got the top down and you just got the music on, you're enjoying your day. If somebody pulls up next to you at a red light and they look at the car, they're not even looking at you. They're just looking at the car. And you might be smiling like, yeah, it's because of me. Me. They don't even care about you at all. You're an obstacle. You're just the annoying rich person in the car. Now they might even be like, yeah, but he's stuck with the payment. Or they don't know anything about you. And if they did ask you, how did you get that car? It's really selfishly because they want to know how they can get that car. Do they really actually care about you? They don't. Just like if you had a rust bucket pickup truck, they would say, wow, look at the rust on that truck. They wouldn't care about you. And here's the next part. Even if they did, or even if you did, or people did really genuinely care, it doesn't change anything anyways. Now, there is one thing to this that I want to add.
Hey, Untrapped podcast listeners. You transform properties, but getting consistent clients can be tough. How do you get more eyes on your amazing outdoor services? Footbridge Media specializes in helping contractors like you dominate your local market online. They build professional, optimized websites that convert visitors into leads, handling everything from design and SEO to review management. Stop being trapped by a lack of leads. Grow your home service business with a strong online presence. Open your browser and visit footbridgemedia.com/Keith today.
I was a young guy. I was the guy. I would always go up. If somebody had like a really nice car, I'd run up to them and be like, sir, what did you do for a living to get this Mercedes? Are you like better than me or everybody else? Like, how do you have this Mercedes? I would have this whole fucking emotional meltdown because I grew up so poor. And this guy actually, talked to me for a few minutes one time, and he said, in the business that I'm in, I don't have to, he goes, but it makes a lot of sense that I drive a very nice car like this brand new Mercedes, and here's why. Because it's about status. Because I drive a nice car, people say, wow, business must be doing really good. I want to do business with him. Because if I was driving a crappy car, or even just like a nice but normal playing car, people in my line of business would be like, whoa, what's going on? Is business not so well? And they might be hesitant to do business with me because I don't appear to be as much successful. I was like, oh, so that makes sense, because status and image is a very big important thing. But my point in all this is here. There's people who are going to want you to do what they want you to do because for some reason they want you to do it. I, for some reason in my own personal and business life, have this thing about me, and I open myself up to it for some reason. I have people that I know that passionately, on a daily basis, my whole life, let me know if this is you too, I don't know, are trying to get me into their thing. Like, I have people pulling on me so hard, different people for different reasons on a daily basis, trying so hard to get me to buy into their idea or do their thing or change my career path or invest in a business with them. And they will not let me go. And I'm like, I really don't want to do this. This is not my interest or passion at all. And they're like, yeah, but you, because they see some type of talent in me that would benefit them. It's like, not like, it's just human nature, right? And so as soon as I feel that sense of resistance, I just don't want to do it. And that's how I am. And I just know. And I've actually gone against that just to test that gut feeling before. And I've done things like business ideas and projects and little ventures just as tests. And, I'm not saying they failed, but they were so stressful to me because they were outside of the realm of what my passion is, that I don't ever want to do that ever again. And I realized that we have this internal indicator, this internal compass that points us. And it's just like on social media. I don't vibe. I don't watch a whole bunch of different people on social media. I have like my core, maybe like 10 to 12 different people that I kind of listen to their messages, and even them I kind of tune out, and but once in a while, somebody for some reason or something on social media, like just when I thought that I hate social media, I'm done with it, it's all a bunch of crap, it's a cesspool, boom. Something or somebody on there will just grip me at the right time and say everything that I'm thinking, and it perfectly aligns, and I'll invest in the product, and it's a great product, and I just feel it and I know it. And when I go with my internal sense of what makes me happy and tickle, what makes me feel accomplished, it works. And I'm happier for it. So here's my point. Nobody cares if you build a multi-million-dollar business. Now, being financially stable is extremely important in this world. Sometimes if you have to pick what you're passionate about and what makes you money, I'm not telling you what to do, but sometimes you got to pick, legally, morally, ethically, honestly, providing a service for other people, and it's good for you, it's good for others, it's good for the world, it's good for everybody. It's like a service or a product or whatever. Like, I'm in the landscaping business. We do landscaping and window cleaning. We take care of our customers. We cross every T and dot every I. We do great work. The customers are happy. They leave us tips and positive 5-star reviews. If you're going to do something, especially if you're taking somebody else's money, you just bend over backwards and do a great job and make sure you deliver and charge right and all these things. But of course, once you get enough money together and money flowing, now what you do for a living, if you're very passionate about it and it makes you money, that's amazing. But you need money, because at the end of the day, Grant Cardone put out this video like way back in 2018. It was like something about how to become a millionaire. He makes a lot of videos and I'm not saying I love Grant Cardone's content, but I've read all his books, and he put out this one video. He drew on a whiteboard and his team was around. He says, you must absolutely, in his world, have a bare minimum of $10 million in the bank, or a liquidity of 10 million. And people say, well, that's a lot. And he's like, nuh-uh. And then he started to go on to some of the severe repercussions of not being rich. It's like he said, if one family member or you or somebody gets in a bad traumatic car accident, boom, you're wiped out. That's 2 million right there. If somebody can't work, what if somebody in your family or somebody gets cancer, and now you've got 3 million in hospital bills, and it goes over your health insurance limit? Boom, there's 4 million right there. What if it's like, he talks about these life emergencies, and he says, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when these things happen to you or somebody that you love. He says you don't have a choice, you have to be wealthy. So I was like, after I watched that video, I was like, whoa, this is a fact. Like, I know people in my life that are just, their lives are decimated, and they're poor, and they live in total poverty on welfare their entire lives. And something as simple as like a blower motor on a car, they don't have no heat, they're freezing all winter because they don't have $65 for a blower motor. If their water pump goes on their car, they don't have $800 to fix that. They don't have a car, period, and they're begging other people for money. I know people that, and I've been this person, I've had no driver's license before because I had unpaid tickets in my 20s. I've had to ride a bike and take buses to work in the winter. I've slept in a friend's basement before. I've lived with roommates. I've slept in my car. Like, being broke is extremely painful. So it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs says you got to do what's like necessity first, and then you start to get into a flow state. And us as a culture, maybe me more specifically, but I think it's a common thing. People kind of like aspire and look up to people that can really live out their art, and they can create beautiful things and create a dream and make a dream come true. And sometimes, a dream is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So you might have a dream to grow this landscaping business, for say, but you're going to have to work your guts out for a good at least 5 years to really get it off the ground and get it someplace and get it to where it's a really profitable business and you have a lot of clients and money in the bank and all these things. And that's good. And then you'll wake up and be like, whoa, I'm living my dream. I made this happen. But don't make the mistake at any time of thinking that anybody cares that you're doing all this hard work, because nobody really cares. But there's this weird thing that I said I almost don't want to put this out, because my first few years of having a landscape business, my chest was out, right? I was younger, I was like motivated, and my wife said to me once, she's like, it's almost like you just have to slip into the conversation, Keith, that you own your own landscaping business. Like, you just have to do it. Like, is that your ego or something? Like, and I really thought about when she said that, because my wife is just protecting me. She doesn't want me to make myself look like a dumbass. But the truth is, yes, that absolutely was true. Oh, I should make a video about this on YouTube. It's because, I got to make a video about it right now. Because there's a part of your ego that's important, that you have to have part of your ego, because it's for you to motivate you to keep frickin' moving when nobody else cares. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to make a video about this. Keith Kalfas, Untrapped Podcast. We just crossed 1 million downloads. Subscribe to, come to my private online community. We go live every other week. You get access to all the replays. It's called the Untrapped Alliance, bro. We go deep. We just did a whole goal setting workshop. All of it. Just open up your browser right now and type in keithkalfas.com/alliance. ALLIANCE. I'll see you on the inside, and I'll see you live on the next call.
Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.